Who would have thought you'd be carrying one of these things in the middle of the Tassie bush? Eh? Hey, what's up everybody? Belated Happy New Year for 2022. So today it's January 23rd, 2022, and I've come up to the Arm River. Just here at the trailhead, standing in the middle of the starting creek crossing. Very little flow today. The intent today is to try to get to Mount Pillinger. Should be a nice short easy day walk. So today it's expected to be upwards of 30 degrees down in the Launceston area. So it's only about 10 or 11 degrees here at the moment, about 8:30 a.m. But it's shaping up to be an absolute cracker of a day. It's usually a pretty lonely place here at the start of the Arm River Track, but today there's upwards of a dozen cars all parked here. So I guess it is still Chrissy's school holidays, coming to the back end of it with Australia Day coming up in a few days' time. So we'll just clean our shoes here before we head off on the track proper. There we go. Away we go. Arm River Track day walk. So rocking it solo today. See how much time it takes to get up on the plateau. So last time we were here, obviously it was our ill-fated attempt to get back onto the Overland after we had all that pretty rough snow and weather. It was probably about a year ago now, so first time we've been back since. March dry here at the moment. So after we had, it's probably one of the wettest on record, October or November, I think it was October, one of the wettest on record. December, January, it's been bone dry. Very dusty drive to get up here this morning. Certainly the first one on the track this morning at least, judging by all the cobwebs I'm copping in the face. There we go, and our first snake for the day. Not sure if that was a tiger or a copper. Only a baby, probably only a couple of metres long, that one. Wow, this is so different to when we were here last. Just on that little log crossing now. It was a raging torrent. And over here, now, barely a trickle. Gee, I thought I might be able to give myself a shower in one of those waterfalls higher up the hill on my way back. Doesn't look like that's going to happen today. Very dry. Good thing I brought plenty of water. I'm just constantly fending off the cobwebs. There we go. So we're starting the uphill grind now. So I can already feel that sun's got some bite in it. Had a good run the past since Chrissy. Oh, it's just been super hot, super dry, which has been well received given it's been a very wet winter. Just would not stop raining. Here's that waterfall I was thinking of. Yeah, no waterfall shower today. You get views really quickly. because it goes up really quickly. Working up a sweat. Only 20 minutes in. Whew. Oh yeah, I'm going to call that. So from the start of the Arm River trailhead, up the zigzaggy part up to basically on the plateau now. So there's the objective, Mount Pillinger in the distance. So that's taken me about 35 minutes. Sweating like a pig, it's really warming up now. That's pretty good progress. Half hour or so, get up onto the plateau. Okay, maybe that wasn't the top back there. There's the top of the zigzags. A little bit beyond it, where you get to that World Heritage sign, so that took 35 minutes. Now this is, I know from last time I was here, this is definitely, at least in the approach up to Pillinger, the plateau, so that's taken 55 minutes. It's almost turning into a haunted house of cobwebs. It's getting one after the other. It's just beautiful up here. It's a very gentle breeze, but it's only low teens, but with that sun there's a bite to it and the effort. What a spot. There she is in all her glory. It's a destination for today, so I've just actually gone past the track turn off a little just to come back to where I went, where we came, as far as we got on our last river track hike. Now that took in excess of 3, getting on 4 hours I think. Today it's taken me 1 hour. Pretty cruisy pace too, so wow, look at that. Beautiful. So I was expecting a turn off to Mount Pillinger well before, just back at Lake Price. Couldn't find it. Must have walked straight by it. So I've just walked back 15 minutes or so, exploring a whole bunch of little wombat trails. Couldn't find the actual track junction, which I swear was plain as day when we were here last time passing through. Now, and I do recall there's another route, kind of like makes it a circuit, so we'll just kind of wander on. Nice day to aimlessly stroll, see where we end up. Rightio, this has to be the turn off, that kind of back half loop. So there's a little pink ribbon down there, a clear track. Arm River, heading on that way. Been looking at all the peaks, just kind of appearing through the bushes like Pelling East, just over there. What's that, probably Duquesne Range, Cathedral Mountain-ish kind of area. So, I'm going to take a dog leg here, see where this track leads us. Plenty of people too on the way out, so that's 5 people now that have passed me heading out. Some of them done all the peaks. Also, Pellion East, Pellion West, down Oakley over the space of a few days. So they've had great weather. They look pretty tired though. So it's a pretty imposing climb here, just from the embassy right at the base. So we come up River, we've kind of circled around, almost gone ahead of it. Now we're kind of gently heading back. So I'm not sure which way to track. Obviously it doesn't go up the cliff face, but we're going to get around somewhere. blowflies at Chillis. Somewhere around the back and then start heading up. Yeah. It's always interesting doing a track for the first time. Doesn't matter how much you see online. Till you actually get on the track, that's when you really get a sense for it. So it's just a bit imposing at the moment until we work out where it starts to really head up. So the track here, it's well worn. Definite track. In places, it's a little bit how's your father, but no chance of getting lost on this. Lightly trafficked, but well defined. Gee, I hope I can get up to the summit, because some of those views out there looking down towards that kind of Duquesne Range-ish, Mount Ossa up over there. Spectacular views on offer here. Just popped out of this little plain. Pillinger up there. One of these little ponds. Makes for good progress though. Now this looks like the track junction that I should have come in on, judging by the sticks. Yeah, that's definite. How the hell I missed that on the way up beats me. Anyway, we'll certainly go back that way. Anyhow, onwards we go to the summit. In a way, it's kind of good that I missed that turn off, because that's a really interesting little kind of addition. So anyway, 20-25 minutes, and you're back on the Arm River, and then Arm River, kind of over the other side of that hill. Maybe an extra half hour, 40 minutes to do the loop. Well worth it. Give you a feel for the track in the lower part here. So there's plenty of this, what is it, bowery bush. Track's easy to follow. And she's uphill. There's plenty of track markers. So that lower bump looks like we're skirting around the outside. I can just make out the summit up there. Up to big trees. Whoop. Over the track. So you'd be hard pushed to call this a track. You're kind of just following this. It's like a rock scramble. I mean, you got the odd can and markers, so you kind of follow. But gee, this is hard work. It's just getting hotter and hotter. Summit, just over there, so close. No effort, no reward, but I'm not going to push it. It's kind of hard to gauge. You see how far away that is. I think surely this should be about halfway up. That bottom half. Oh, that's rough. It's in its steep, lots of rock scrambling. Now I'm kind of like a little plateau here. Much welcomed relief. It's got to be another 5 degrees hotter in the past half hour. That's been a tough scramble. It's not exposed in any way, but you just got a lot of this kind of rock scrambling, probably not that big. The track, like I say, I keep saying, it's actually pretty well defined, lots of cans, ribbons are kind of stopped, and now we're just on the last push to the summit. So there's a couple of people who just caught up with me and just letting them go ahead of me. So this is kind of like the summit of that, the hill behind the peak. Barn Bluff over there on the left, Cradle Mountain, Mount Emmett. So basically going to go, looks like the track goes straight up and then across the ridgeline. About 20 minutes I reckon or so, then we'll be there. We're almost there, and actually it looks like there's going to be 4 people on top. 2 people that passed me, looks like I could just make out a couple of heads up there as well. Got to expect on a day like today, people are going to be out and about. Look at these views. Final push. So this part of the track, not too bad at all, it's not exposed. I reckon the bit that was kind of just below that plateau down there was the steepest bit where it's really scrambling, pulling yourselves up. Starting to feel though, I need some food. And then I'll just turn around and head back. So I'm running low on energy. Oh, holy shit, look at that. Wow. Oh. My legs are shaking, but what a view. I'm not even at the top yet. Wow. Here we are, the summit of Mount Pillinger. Oh yeah, that was a real effort. Bit breezy up here, but that was a real effort to get up there. I was a little bit, I was more fatigued, and the heat on the way up was pretty, particularly that final stretch. It's pretty hectic, but now I'm up on top, it's nice and cool. You'll hear from the breeze. But what a view, perfect day for it. So that's kind of looking back to, I don't know, Mount Roland, I think, Mole Creek kind of area. Of the ones I do know, so Cradle Mountain, Barn Bluff, distance. Mount Oakley is this one that's kind of just, see the crags there. I don't know what they are in the distance. The big ones, Pellion West, Lake Eyre down the bottom. Pellion Plain, it's kind of like just to the left of the lake. I can't see the hut. I don't know what those are. Pellion East, you can just see that little pimple on the left, and then the big one in the background, Mount Ossa. And then moving around, again I got no idea, that's probably Duquesne Range, I don't know. It's the Overland Track kind of behind Cathedral Mountains, that one there. So the Overland Track kind of cuts around, and then so directly over that ridge is a little way onwards, Lake St Clair. Down there, Lee's Paddock. So, and then Walls of Jerusalem out that way. So a cracking day, get the full 360 degree experience. No escaping the breeze up here, obviously there's no protection, but yeah, far out. Just incredible vista. But all of the big peaks kind of in this kind of northern end of Tassie, everything in full display, in its full glory. Now heading back, so that took 4 hours, so I did stop quite a lot on the way up because I was struggling with the heat there, but So we came across that lake down there. So that Lake Price, that's the river little valley. So we're going to go down here to that little paddock down there, like cut across, as opposed to going back the way we went. So 4 hours from when I left the car till when I got to the summit, but that included 40 minutes where I'm kind of looking for that track, and then I just went on. That was a good extra half hour, so I'd probably say 3 hours from the trailhead to the summit. I do feel a little edgy, like I normally do, up on top of summits, because that down there, you're in no risk of falling off, but my head doesn't work that way. It's just straight down. Jesus, that's a long way up. I think we're about 1100 and something meters up here. Anyway, objective achieved for today. Would have been pretty disappointed if I didn't make it, so I'm glad we got to touch the top here and some Tassie in all its finest. So we'll now head for home. Back the other way, not the way we came. Mount Pillinger has delivered. You can see that's the summit pole there, so you can see you kind of go down that razorback ridgeline and then head off. This is the bit that gives me the shits a little, because it's a little bit, but I'll put the GoPro away here until I get down to the bottom. It doesn't take long to get off that summit up there, so that is the actual peak. Green bush up there, so that's only took less than 10 minutes. Doing it carefully. So, probably took me 25 minutes to get up it. Feel a little bit more relaxed now. So I know what the track ahead of me is like. Summit achieved. Tummy full, weather good. Just going to enjoy a nice Sunday afternoon stroll in Tassie. I've got to say, it looks worse than what it actually is. So now I've been up and down it. You think, shit, how do you get up there? It's actually, not exposed. There's no giant scrambles. You're not hauling yourself up in any way. It's steep, but even for my little pucker factor, it was manageable. That's the top part. I think if anything, it's this section below where it's a little bit sketchy, where it's not again. I'll be just sitting on my bum, getting myself down in a few sections, but that's about it. It's that kind of track where you do need to be careful in places, because like this, there's your ribbon. And if you weren't paying attention, the track goes that way. But despite the branch going across the track, it looks like a perfectly normal track. So I made a note of that on the way up. It's happened a few times today where I'm focusing on where I'm placing my feet, which is fair enough, but that sometimes means you might lose a can or a ribbon. And it's not till you're heading down that you realise just how much elevation you do gain to get up to the summit. It just feels like we're free falling here. It's just very quick, safely but very quick descent off the top. See like that. Where's the track? If you didn't see the ribbon head, easy to lose your way. Rightio, we are off the climb back down on that little plateau where the track junction is. So that took about 1 hour to get off the summit down to this junction here. That's the way I came. This is the way we're heading back. So I've done 11.5k up to this point in 5 hours. So I'm on the lookout for some streams now. So I'm near at the bottom of my bottle. Alright, I've just popped back out onto the River. There's a track. Yeah, no wonder I didn't notice that. I'm just naturally following, nothing here to indicate anything, blocked off. So, I wonder if that's National Parks kind of making a valiant effort to stop people from using that track. Because, boy, that track is rough. The track itself underfoot is there, but the overgrowth, it's just in places that you can't even see your feet. So it's so thick. So, interesting one. Yeah. Homeward bound now. Well, I'm done for water now, so probably only half hour or so left, and the water, I can hear the waterfall. Should be able to get something at least to wet the whistle. So good to be out in the bush, away from everybody. Recharges the batteries. Starting weight is 75 kilo. I reckon I'll be 70 kilo tonight. I've sweated so much. The amount of salt I can see on the clothes. Absolute scorcher today. Just go hit that waterfall. Desperate times mean desperate measures. I'll take what I can get. Very little free flowing water around here at the moment. Yeah, it's all nice and clear, no little cooties in it. Fresh, cold Tasmanian water. Nothing like it. There's one big mother of a tree. Rightio. What a day. So we've done about 15.5k today in 6 hours 25. I don't know what the elevation gain was, but it'll be enough. That's a cracking walk. On a day like today though, ooh, I'm shattered energy wise. I've got nothing left. So thanks for watching, thanks for coming along. Give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment. Happy to respond to anybody about these tracks. Good getting some feedback around my sloppy video. So Tassie World Heritage Area and Mother Nature have delivered today. So there you go. Mount Pillinger. Thanks for watching.